When I wake up in the morning, I never eat food right away. I take the time to kind of get ready. If I take a shower, get dressed, I'll catch up with some emails or whatever it is.
The
I
word fat often triggers a powerful negative emotional response.
A 68-year-old woman named Margaret stands quietly in her kitchen brewing her morning coffee.
I don't belong to the Clean Plate Club. I quit that a long time ago. I don't like food waste, but I'm gonna only eat enough to.
Stop believing the myth that silver strands are simply the result of bad genetics or the natural progression of growing older. For countless older adults, that graying hair isn't merely a symbol of advancing years, it is a sign of depletion. Your hair follicles are desperately craving specific nutrients required to maintain their natural pigment. When you provide them, they have the potential to spring back to life. In this video, I will reveal the 6 science-backed foods that function as a natural internal color treatment. This isn't about costly pills or supplements. This is about a practical grocery list that can help halt the graying process and potentially bring back your original shade. If you are serious about reversing the clock, you need to see this. Welcome back to our community. I am thrilled you've joined me because today we're discussing a topic that resonates deeply with many of us. You catch your reflection and notice the color fading, being replaced by coarse, unruly gray hair that simply doesn't match how you feel inside. It's easy to feel like your body is surrendering to time. However, I want you to shift that perspective immediately. That gray hair is essentially a biological message. It's your system holding up a sign that reads, I lack the essential components required to produce color. The technical name for this is achromotrichia, but let's think of it simply as your personal pigment factory ceasing production. During our younger years, specialized stem cells in our follicles, known as melanocytes, work diligently to deposit color into each growing hair. As the years pass, these cells often don't expire instantly. Frequently, they become inactive or suffer harm from oxidative stress. Our goal is to safeguard the ones still functioning and reawaken those lying dormant. We will explore a plan involving 6 specific foods that directly address the primary triggers of gray hair: mineral shortages, accumulation of hydrogen peroxide, and oxidative damage. Before we get started with the first item, if you are committed to managing your well being and declining to let age dictate your limits, please think about subscribing to our channel. We're creating a resource of health advice for seniors that frequently gets ignored by conventional medicine, which often focuses on managing illness rather than cultivating genuine wellness. And I'm curious, where in the world are you watching us from today? Drop a comment and let me know. I truly enjoy seeing our international community expand. Now, let's jump into the list. The very first food is absolutely essential if you want to see a change. It stands as the most nutrient-packed option for your hair follicles, yet it's something most of us have completely removed from our diets. I'm referring to beef liver. I can practically hear the groans of disapproval, but I urge you to consider the scientific evidence because it's truly compelling. The key component at work here is copper. Your physical structure is incapable of manufacturing hair color without an enzyme called tyrosinase. Visualize tyrosinase as the skilled laborer on the production line responsible for applying pigment to each strand. However, there is a crucial detail. Tyrosinase relies entirely on copper to function. If your system lacks adequate copper, this enzyme ceases its activity. The worker abandons their post, the hair continues to grow, but it emerges without color, appearing white. This isn't mere speculation. A significant study featured in the publication Biological Trace Element Research examined copper concentrations in numerous individuals dealing with early onset and age-related graying. The findings were clear. A direct, statistically meaningful connection existed between low blood copper levels and the degree of graying. The less copper available, the lighter the hair became. In our contemporary eating habits, we consume plenty of muscle meats, chicken breasts, beef steaks, but we seldom include organ meats, which is precisely where copper is concentrated. By avoiding liver, we are essentially depriving our pigment-creating enzymes of a vital resource. Picture your hair follicle as a printer. You have an endless supply of paper representing the hair shaft itself. However, you've exhausted the black ink cartridge. Beef liver is that refill. You don't require a massive serving. Actually, moderation is key because it's so nutrient dense. A mere 4-ounce portion once weekly delivers a substantial quantity of easily absorbable copper that your body can utilize promptly. If the taste is unpalatable to you, simply mince it finely and blend it into a meat sauce or meatloaf. Or the robust tastes of tomatoes and seasonings will conceal it, but your hair follicles will absolutely notice the difference. The second item on our agenda confronts the issue of internal bleaching. This might be the most critical concept for older individuals to grasp. Were you aware that your own body generates hydrogen peroxide? Yes, the identical compound found in that brown bottle you use to lighten fabrics. It's a normal byproduct of cellular metabolism. Your cells produce small quantities. During our youth, we generate an ample supply of an enzyme named catalase, which efficiently breaks down this bleach into harmless water and oxygen. However, as we advance in age, our catalase production naturally diminishes. The consequence is that hydrogen peroxide accumulates within the hair shaft and progressively whitens your hair from the core outward. To counteract this, we must enhance your catalase activity, and a superb food for facilitating this is almonds. Research originating from the University of Bradford in the United Kingdom, published in the FASEB journal, illuminated this process. They determined that age-related graying is predominantly a consequence of this oxidative harm stemming from hydrogen peroxide buildup due to insufficient catalysts. Almonds provide copper and vitamin E, but importantly, they are rich in zinc and manganese. These minerals act as essential helpers, enabling your body to produce superoxide dismutase and catalase, the exact enzymes that neutralize the bleaching agent. Consider it this way. Your hair is currently undergoing a constant chemical assault. It's analogous to rinsing your hair internally with bleach each day. Almonds serve as the neutralizing agent. Here's an expert suggestion. Soak them. Older adults frequently experience reduced stomach acid levels, which can make digesting raw nuts challenging. By soaking a handful of almonds in water overnight, you activate beneficial enzymes and render the nutrients considerably more accessible for your body to assimilate. Replace your afternoon snack of cookies with soaked almonds, and you'll be actively counteracting the bleach within your follicles. Progressing to number 3, we must address the energy source for your red blood cells. Healthy hair is impossible without robust blood circulation delivering oxygen to the scalp. This brings us to nutritional yeast. While it's popular within the vegan community, it truly deserves a permanent spot in every older adult's kitchen. Our target here is vitamin B12. As we grow older, our capacity to extract B12 from animal products declines notably because our stomachs produce less intrinsic factor, an essential protein for absorption. A shortage of B12 stands as a frequently cited and medically acknowledged reversible cause of gray hair. When B12 levels drop, your DNA synthesis slows, and cells that divide rapidly, like those in hair follicles, are impacted first. A study documented in the Archives of Dermatology presented instances where rectifying a vitamin B12 deficiency resulted in the return of hair color. That is a remarkably significant finding. Pigmentation was restored. Nutritional yeast is commonly enriched with B12 and possesses a savory, cheese-like, slightly nutty taste. It's remarkably simple to incorporate. You can dust it over popcorn, whisk it into soups, or toss it with roasted vegetables. Envision your blood vessels as the transport routes delivering supplies to the construction site where hair is built. B12 is the fuel powering the delivery trucks. If those trucks run empty, construction halts, and the necessary building materials, including pigment, never reach their destination. Just 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast each day can help ensure those transport vehicles operate with a full tank. We've reached the midpoint of our recommended plan. If you're finding this information valuable, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us share this crucial information with more seniors facing health challenges. Next, let's examine food number 4. This one is frequently neglected in conversations about hair, yet it forms the very foundation for success. You could consume all the liver and almonds available, but without proper absorption, it's pointless. We require fermented foods such as sauerkraut or kimchi. The link between your digestive system and your hair is termed the gut-skin axis. As we age, our intestinal lining can become more porous, often called leaky gut, and the diversity of our gut bacteria diminishes. This triggers widespread inflammation throughout the body. When your system is fighting inflammation, it prioritizes essential functions for survival over non essential ones like hair vitality. It will consequently divert nutrients away from your hair to protect vital organs like the heart and lungs. Moreover, beneficial gut bacteria are involved in creating certain B vitamins, including biotin, which plays a role in maintaining hair color and condition. A thorough analysis in the International Journal of Trichology highlighted that conditions causing poor nutrient absorption are frequent contributors to reduced hair pigmentation. If your digestive environment lacks sufficient acidity, you cannot effectively break down and utilize minerals such as iron and copper. Sauerkraut provides beneficial probiotics that help repair the gut lining, along with lactic acid that aids digestion. Think of your digestive tract as the soil in a garden. If that soil is parched, cracked, and devoid of nutrients, the quality of the seeds you plant is irrelevant. Nothing vibrant will flourish. A single spoonful of sauerkraut alongside your evening meal functions like a soil enhancer, revitalizing the ground so your garden can thrive. It's a minor dietary adjustment with potentially significant rewards. Number 5 introduces the protective element for your hair. We've covered pigment production and neutralizing bleach, but now we must defend the pigment cells themselves from destruction. We require dark berries, specifically blackberries or blueberries. These fruits are packed with antioxidants known as anthocyanins. These compounds are responsible for the berry's deep, rich hue. In nature, a dark color frequently indicates strong protection against UV radiation and environmental pressure. They provide analogous protection for you daily. Everyday stressors, pollution, and sunlight generate free radicals inside your body. These unstable molecules wreak havoc on your cells. Your melanocytes, the cells producing pigment, are exceptionally vulnerable to this type of harm. Research featured in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology confirmed that oxidative stress is a principal factor in the aging of hair follicle melanocytes. The study revealed that as the body's antioxidant defenses weaken, these melanocytes undergo apoptosis, a form of programmed cell death. Once these cells are gone, gray hair becomes irreversible. The vitamin C and anthocyanins present in blackberries actively neutralize these damaging free radicals. Picture vitamin C as a security guard positioned at the entrance of your pigment manufacturing facility. When vandals, representing free radicals, attempt to force their way in and wreck the delicate machinery, the guard intervenes and removes them. Incorporating a cup of berries into your daily routine helps maintain the safety and operation of your pigment factory. Finally, we reach number 6. This food draws on ancient traditional knowledge, yet its benefits are validated by contemporary nutritional science. It is black sesame seeds. Within traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, black sesame seeds have served as the primary natural approach to combating gray hair for millennia. Practitioners believe they strengthen the liver and kidneys, organs considered responsible for hair health according to these traditions. Modern research substantiates that these tiny seeds are remarkably concentrated sources of iron, zinc, and beneficial fatty acids. A study published in the Journal of Drugs and Dermatology, which examined the impact of micronutrients on hair disorders, reinforced that shortages of iron and zinc are regularly linked to loss of hair color. Black sesame seeds offer a distinctive combination of these minerals in a form that the body can readily utilize. The dark pigment within the seeds themselves contains antioxidants believed to have a particular affinity for our own pigment-generating systems. Lightly toasting them releases their natural oils, and you can then sprinkle them over salads, vegetables, or stir-fried dishes. They contribute a delightful, nutty texture. Consider these seeds as compact reserve batteries for your hair follicles. By consistently supplying them with zinc and iron, you keep the batteries charged and the light of your hair color remains illuminated. So, let's summarize your new grocery list designed to help restore your color. We have beef liver to supply the copper needed to activate the pigment-producing mechanism. We have almonds to enhance catalase production and help eliminate the internal bleach. We have nutritional yeast to maintain adequate B12 levels, supporting healthy blood and DNA function. We have sauerkraut to repair digestive health, ensuring you effectively absorb these crucial nutrients. We have blackberries to protect your pigment cells from oxidative stress. And we have black sesame seeds to consistently replenish your mineral reserves. I want to be completely honest with you. This journey requires patience. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Hair grows at a rate of roughly half an inch per month. You might not observe changes in the older, longer portions of your hair for some time. Instead, focus your attention on the new growth at the roots. Remain consistent with this nutritional approach for a minimum of 3 to 6 months. More importantly, pay close attention to your overall well being. As you nourish your body with these potent, nutrient rich foods, you'll likely notice your energy levels huishing, mental clarity sharpening, and your skin developing a healthier appearance. The return of hair color is simply the visible evidence of a body that is undergoing genuine healing from within. You possess the capability to significantly influence your aging process. It is not entirely predetermined by fate, it is largely determined by the choices you make with your fork. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Which of these dietary adjustments feels most achievable for you to begin with? Are you prepared to experiment with liver, or will you start by incorporating berries and almonds into your routine? Please leave a comment below and make your commitment. Research shows that writing down your intentions makes you far more likely to follow through. And please, if you discovered value in the information shared today, hit that like button and subscribe. Your health is a cause worth championing, and we are navigating this path together. Until our next conversation, remain strong, prioritize your health, and continue to nurture the wonderful life you are living.